good? This is Out on a Limb, hosted by me, Adam Michalesko. Today is Penn State graduation. I got kids from my class of 2020 and kind of just going to reflect. We got Noah Chass, Brannon the Wolf, Hunter Kelly, and Daniel Kosher. And besides Hunter, and no one else has been on this show, so guys, give a little introduction. Noah, we'll start with you.
All right. What's up? I'm just a guy. I don't know. Also graduating. Don't really know what's going in the next step. Everything is kind of a question mark right now, but I'm just going with the flow.
Smart. Brannon, what about you?
All right, I'll try to have a different one than Noah. My name is Brannon the Wolf. I'm also graduating, and I also have no idea what's going on right now, but it's okay because we're figuring it out day by day.
Those are really different.
And Daniel, what about you, my guy?
Yeah, I'm Daniel. I have a job in Roanoke, Virginia, producing, and I'm originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, so got my Hornets flag, and I'm going down there Sunday to start work on Monday.
Oh, yeah. So guys, before I get into it, as I always start my podcast, what's your song of the day? What are you vibing to?
Oh, I have to check.
Oh, yeah. I got to look at my playlist.
Yeah, hold on.
You know, I won't give a song. I'll give an album. I just recently started listening to it again. College Dropout by Kanye.
Yes.
Solid.
Ironically, as I'm graduating college, but still. Been
Should be listening to Graduation.
True. That would make more sense.
All right, no judgment here. I've been listening to Songs About Jane, 10th Anniversary Edition by Maroon 5. That's what I've been listening to.
That's not bad.
It's a classic.
That's not bad. It is.
It looks like my most listened to album of the past week is Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys.
Oh, good.
So,
okay.
Throwbacks.
Girls. Hunter, what about you?
Oh, dude, you know, I'm all over the place. I started going back and
Hannah
listening
Montana.
to that's actually what it's been. I've been listening to Travis Scott's Rodeo for some reason.
I was also listening to that. Yeah.
Started listening to that again. So yeah, that's what I've been rocking out to.
All right, and one I've been listening to, I just listened to it today. Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy.
Classic
Song right there.
It's a good one.
It's very fitting.
Oh, 100%. I Love College by Asher Roth, but that's a different story. But so guys, we're graduating tomorrow, May 9th, 2020. How are you guys feeling about that?
Incredible.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. You know?
It's super weird.
Yeah, it's super weird.
The way the past 2 months have gone, it doesn't seem like I'm graduating. I mean, I don't know if it would either way, but it's even weirder because of all this stuff.
Yeah, it really is. It feels completely anticlimactic. Like, okay, like my family members have been texting me, "You're graduating?" I was like, "I guess so." Like, we have virtual graduation sometime tomorrow. I don't really know. I'm not going to that, but
it just feels so weird because we went on we had a normal week of school leading into spring break. Then we went to spring break and we just have not come back since, and that's just the weirdest feeling because now it's the whole second half of the semester just kind of went by and nobody came back. It was so weird, the timing of it,
because it normally all ends with a bang. You have the end of the semester and then graduation and maybe you have a job or you travel or something, and we didn't have no end of the semester. Some of us have jobs, some of us don't, and there's pretty much zero traveling, so it's kind of it's a bunch of nothingness before and after the graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's really nice because I have a job, but obviously a lot of people don't. So I'm looking towards the next step of my life. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm ready to get going. So
that's what it's all about. And our boy Luke, who was not able to be on this episode, he has a job as well. So shout out to Luke.
Oh,
Luke Walker.
Hello.
Everyone getting jobs, man. That's
Alabama.
sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
That is cool. Yeah. I think we'll go right into it. How you guys feeling? Do you want a job, or are you kind of just chilling and seeing what's going on?
Wouldn't hate a job. I mean, I don't know. I'm just it's not the end of the world. I'm not trying to I wouldn't do anything over nothing. I don't know. I'm not stressing over it, but it's frustrating, I guess.
No,
That
it's
makes sense.
frustrating. I mean, I can't tell you. I've definitely applied to a bunch of places, and I'm not expecting to hear back from any of them. I will tell you, I did apply to one in Sydney, Australia, because why not?
That's cool.
They were the only one I really heard back from saying no because I don't have an Australian visa to work there.
Oh man,
Wow.
that'd be cool though.
Darn.
That would be cool.
I honestly couldn't care less right now. I mean, it'd be cool to have a job lined up. Like my friends are in some cool situations where they were supposed to start in the summer, but now they're not starting till October or whatever. I would really like that to happen to me. But the fact that I'm not working and I can go hang out with my family really for the first time in like 4 years. That's all right with me. I can go home for a little bit, see a bunch of people I haven't really been able to see, and just like be able to spend the summer at home while I'm applying to jobs kind of passively. I'm not stressing about not having a job right now. I'm sure I'll find one within the next couple months.
When are you going back to Cali? Are you waiting for like a certain like safety thing, or are you just winging it?
So not like a certain safety thing. I've just been playing it by ear this whole time. I'm going back to Pittsburgh like this Sunday, and then I have no idea how long I'll be there. And we're just gonna wait again, and eventually I'll drive back and plan out my route and see which way I want to go and all that. But
that drive seems crazy to me. Like how is it? Can you like tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I drove my car out here at the beginning of this past fall semester with my dad. And so we went up through Colorado, or like Arizona. No, not Arizona. We went through Nevada, like we'll pass through Vegas, I think maybe Utah, I don't know, and then Colorado, and then just worked our way through Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, all that, and then got here. So I won't be doing that way again just because I already did it and I've already seen all that. And it was the parts that are interesting, parts that are really not interesting, aka Nebraska. And so I'll be probably going down south this time. South, but like it's through Missouri and then Oklahoma and then North Texas and then I think New Mexico, Arizona, etc. I figure like I've been to Arizona, but I haven't explored Arizona, so I might as well go check out the Southwest and from the safety of my car and go see what's going on.
I've been to Arizona once. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite places I've ever visited. So
that's good because I'll just be by myself driving in the car, looking at
the
sunrise and stuff.
Are you just trying to drive home and kind of as quick as you can, or are you gonna like soak up some of the spots in certain states and take your time and really like see the country?
I think it depends. I think it is all going to completely depend on how I'm feeling that day. Like if I just really want to get home and I'm tired of Oklahoma, I'm just going to zoom through it. But like if I'm in New Mexico and I end up like in Albuquerque or somewhere cool, I'm just going to go explore and go off in the desert and go see what's going on.
That'd be cool.
But if I'm like, okay, I really just want to go home, I'm just going to zoom on home, park it in 74 cruise control and just steer my way.
How long does it take? Like, when you Google Maps it, if you were to do no extracurriculars?
Like 3 to 4 days. That's what my dad and I did. And when we came, we stopped in Pittsburgh on our last night, on like our third night maybe. And I could have gone straight to college and been here at 10 p.m., but I didn't want to do that. So it was like 4 days, but 3 days really.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's a nightmare. It's
gonna be awesome.
Do you have any family elsewhere, like these places you're gonna explore? Just chilling?
No, yeah, I have no family anywhere else. They all live in California, so it'll be interesting. I mean, I could if I was going north, I'd have family in Minnesota. Yeah, no, nobody else lives anywhere other than California, so if you, I better make it.
If you go through Albuquerque, I'll hit up my cousins, be like, yo.
Really? Yeah, exactly. I'm just worried about because I'll be traveling. People aren't gonna be like, dude, you're traveling across the country right now in the middle of the pandemic. I'll be like, yeah, I'm
going home, man.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see my dog.
Are any state borders closed at all, or no?
No,
That's
no.
okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if any certain states were like not letting people in or out.
I'm just worried about hotels being open, but whatever.
I just saw a video about a couple cruise ships, especially one. They've been stuck on this ship for 51 days. Literally just.
Oh my god.
They're literally, it's like a jail, dude. They're like in their little cabin for 21 hours. They get fed in there. They're not allowed on the deck. And they have, eventually, if you do want to go on the deck, it's like social distancing. You're in a little plastic chair and just looking at the ocean.
What?
Go insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people are getting pissed. They're like, I think you forgot about us. And like,
Yeah.
like I can't imagine that, dude. I
I
cried.
can't either.
It's like a
I'd
luxury
freak out.
jail.
Yeah, I'd freak out, man.
You're literally trapped in the ocean. Like there's no way out.
That's so scary. I remember hearing about all those when all this first started, and then like Adam said, people just stopped talking about it, and all these people are just like in their cruise ship jail.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I'm convinced my parents like had Corona 100%. Because they
Really?
went on a cruise. They went on a cruise in like early January before it was like everywhere. And they came
Yeah.
home from the cruise and were just like so sick for like 2 weeks, like fever, not feeling well.
Oh,
And
man.
eventually they got fine. But like, you know, a week after they
Yeah.
recovered is when like
Right.
cases started popping up, started closing cruise ships, and they were like,
That's
we
pretty
probably-
suspect.
Oh,
it's very
boy.
suspect.
Oh, boy.
The OGs of coronavirus. What the hell, no?
yeah. Wow.
Thanks a lot,
They brought it over.
Blood.
It's them. You're welcome,
dude.
That's
America.
Through the origins, but so like, when did you guys hear about this coronavirus? Like, at what point were you like, oh, this is like legit? Like, I'm kind of screwed. Quarantine season.
Well, I mean, when I guess like in CCR, when we started like really, like when we had that like one show that was almost like fully dedicated to it because Steve said he thought, I don't know, Steve made the big prediction. He was like, I think this is going to get really big. And we were like, oh God, we need to cover the coronavirus again. And then
All
we
semester.
had that whole,
All semester.
yeah. And then we had that one show that it was like almost all coronavirus stuff.
Yeah.
right.
That was when I was like, okay, this might be something.
Was that the Taco Bell episode?
It
I
was
think
the
so.
Taco Bell
It
episode.
was
the
beautiful Taco
It
Bell.
was
The
like the
one
one
light is such
outlier.
a-
It was the one outlier was Taco Bell.
Corona, Corona.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, Crunch Wrap.
Vigil.
Corona.
That was
No,
hilarious.
didn't
I
even-
knew. Go ahead.
I'll say it didn't even like hit me until after spring break for me, because I was in Florida, and like there was like that Wednesday of spring break is when like all the sports canceled and colleges like canceled their semesters or at least postponed them at that point. But I was like in spring break mode, so I didn't even like really process it. And then when I got home and saw how serious it was, and that's when it hit me.
Well, so I was in the mountains of North Carolina with Jada and her family, and we were up there, and there was no cell phone signal. And so I'd get like the occasional Instagram. It's like, oh, the NBA is thinking about stopping. And I'm like, okay, coronavirus. And then I get home, and there's like nothing, like no toilet paper, no canned goods, anything. I'm like, what happened here? Like, in the
That's
mountains,
so
it's
funny.
totally fine.
It's
yeah.
totally fine.
I knew it got serious when I was supposed to go to Vietnam for international reporting, and then they had been talking about like one trip got canceled, but they were stopping through China, and that was like, okay, that makes sense. They're stopping through where the virus was at the time. Of course, that's canceled, but ours was going through Dubai. So I was like, oh, we're fine. I strolled into class like literally the day before we're supposed to leave, and I'm like, we're going to Vietnam. Who's ready? And they're like, I think it was Jack Hirsch goes, should we tell him? And he goes, they have to cancel. And I was like, no, I literally said, no, you guys are, Adam, I don't know if I can cuss on your podcast. I said, no, you guys are effing.
Go ahead.
I said, no fucking way. You guys are gotta be fucking with me in front of Dr. O'Toole and everybody. And they're like, no, like we're serious. We just canceled it. I was like, what? And so as soon as I stormed out of class, I just called my mom. I was like, we're not going to freaking Vietnam anymore. And she was like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, I get, but then we both knew it's obviously because it's getting serious. And so that's why it was serious. But all my friends were still planning on going on their spring break trips and all that. Like I talked to Noah, and he was going to Florida. I was like, okay, like, are you sure? I was like, guys, it's getting pretty serious. Like they just canceled my Vietnam trip. Like, all my friends in the Acacia were like, dude, it's fine. We're going to Cabo. We're going home. I was like, I don't know. And that's
At that point, like the international stuff, like was a question. I don't know why people still went to Mexico, but I thought I was doing nothing wrong going to Florida. Little did I know.
I was in Florida too over spring break, and it was like, well, I went to Disney with my family, and looking back at it now, it was actually kind of crazy that we were in these like theme parks jammed with people, and like rooms jammed with people. And looking at that now, like you couldn't even imagine doing that right now. The fact that we did it then when things were really just starting to ramp up was.
It's honestly probably a good reason why it got so bad, because it was spring break, so many people from different parts of the country were there, and they all went back to their respective parts of the country.
Right. And we started seeing it like a couple weeks after is when things were getting deadly really bad. So that could totally be a huge reason.
Yeah, I mean, when I first noticed it was when I was on spring break. I'm sorry, when I was on the cruise. I went to a cruise ship from Key West and then to Cozumel, Mexico. So I'm in the ocean the whole time, so I wasn't allowed to be on my phone. So I had no idea what was going on. And like I heard little stuff here and there.
That's
and
wild.
then I like turned my phone off airplane mode when I got back. I was like, what the hell happened in this week, dude? Like,
It's like that meme. What the hell happened here? Like,
and like it was just so weird, dude. Like no, like, but I'm telling you, dude, I think on the cruise ship was by far the best quarantine ever, dude. Like everything from rails to the floors was just deep cleaned every day. Everything got fed to you. Like you were like pampered on that thing because of
Would
this.
you be saying that 51 days later, like these other guys?
I just told my friend who I went with, we got lucky. Like
what if you were still on that
yeah,
cruise ship right now?
If you went a week later, you'd still be
if
out
you went a
there.
week later, you'd still be on that cruise ship.
I would've-
You know who I feel bad for? For everyone that their spring break was the week after ours.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially,
yeah,
did you see
yeah.
like those kids that blew up?
Yeah.
That they got interviewed in Florida, and they're like, "Oh, we're just trying to
Yeah,
enjoy our
yeah,
spring break,"
yeah,
and they
yeah.
got roasted alive.
I mean, because they were stupid. Look at the kids.
That was dumb.
They
That
were
was
stupid.
kind of
journalists,
dumb.
They were
We
stupid,
know they
but-
got the dumbest looking, most fucked up kids to go on camera, and we know that
They
that's what
They
they
did. They
Oh,
definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah,
hold on.
Absolutely.
I
They
would
were
do
very-
that. Duh.
They were very stupid. But if I'm being honest, if that were my trip, if like 3 days before my
It's tough.
trip they said that, I would love to think
Yeah,
I would
it's pretty
cancel it, but like I don't know if I would.
dude, I
Yeah.
don't think I was gonna cancel. I really don't, because like I didn't buy the insurance for this. I paid for it out of my own pocket. Like I was like pumped for this. Like I would
Yeah.
have risked it. But like
Yeah, my friend from home, she flew to Europe. They go to a bunch of her friends go to NAU, so she flew to Europe, was there for less than a day, and then got turned around and had to fly her ass home.
Wow.
what's funny
That's
about that,
crazy.
what's funny about that is my friend, he also went to Europe, and like people were, everyone's asking like, "Are you scared?" He's like, "No, I don't give a shit. Like I'm cool, right?" And then he got there, and he was like, "Well, dude, they're banning us. Like we have to go right back." Like he was stuck in Europe for a little bit until he got back. It was hilarious, but like everyone told him it was gonna happen.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's allergy season.
It is allergy.
That might have been a Corona season. Who knows?
His family's immune. His family's
No, it
immune.
has the roni.
Right, Julie. We
He
already
already
had
is-
it. It's
they've
gone
had
through
it
our
for
system. We're
weeks.
good.
He has antibodies, dude. He can go out and like lick a rail and he'd be fine.
I'm invincible to the coronavirus right now.
Well, Brandon, I remember when we were in CCR class, we were like, "Oh, dude, coronavirus is so overhyped. Like, I'm sick and tired of even talking."
I know. I was
Yeah,
like, this is all just a bunch of bullshit. Like,
really such
we
a bad
fine.
take at the time. Now looking back.
So, like, I guess when all this news broke, that kind of school was like canceled. What were you guys feeling? Were you like, "Oh shit"? Like, what was going on in your mind?
Well, I was, like I said, I was in the mountains, so I was getting like the very key points. And so I was so confused how we got from like Rudy Gobert has coronavirus to Penn State is canceled. Like those are like the 2 points I remember, and I'm like, I don't know the connection there, but like there is one. So
You see, when I heard it for the first time, I was not in my normal state. So I was like, oh, I'm going to just stay here in Florida, spring break forever. And then when I like got to the airport and was like, sobering up, I was like, this is weird. Like we don't have school when we come back.
That was
Yeah.
wild.
Agree with that. It was definitely weird even coming back. Like you knew the stakes were kind of high with this whole thing, and like I don't even think I had a mask. No, I did have a mask. I was prepared. I had a mask, so I was just chilling with that in Florida in the airport, just waiting to go back home. But like I hated that, like the ride home from Florida to there. Not doing that. That wasn't cool. But yeah, Noah, you're a TikTok star. What made you decide to do TikTok?
No, I'm not.
no, are you
yet.
a TikTok star?
Are you
No.
really? I feel like I didn't
No.
know this.
He's a TikTok star. He's
I mean, I make them.
Noah
And, like,
Chad.
I'm
on
looking
TikTok.
you up.
you can look me up. I get like 30 likes. Like it's nothing. Like I'm not a star, not
Oh
yet.
boy.
I don't think
Oh, boy.
I don't think Brandon, do you even have a TikTok
I don't
yet?
have
Because we were
TikTok,
talking.
no.
Come on, man.
I prefer American spyware, not Chinese stuff.
I did see that where like they're the company that
The entertainment
like takes your information.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean the
yeah.
entertainment just outweighs that though. Like I don't even care.
And they also what they do. They pushed to not have disabled and ugly people on the front of their platform.
Oh wow!
Like,
Well, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
you guys see that?
I
That's so
didn't know
bad.
that either.
But that's honestly, I just know I'll be too heavily addicted to it. I know that shit's crack. I was on Vine, and I know what'll happen.
Yes.
Nah, it's bad. You get trapped in there and you're like literally just scrolling, watching 6-second videos for 3 hours, and you're like, where have I been?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I read they don't even have the time in the app so that you can't see how much time has elapsed that you've been watching TikTok. So you just keep going and going and going.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
See, I made a very conscious effort, start of January to kind of stay on social media. So like I have TikTok, but I know once I see like one person I like to watch, and then I'm out. Like I don't really care about it enough.
I feel that.
Like I feel like TikTok has such a responsive, I guess I don't know what to call it, but like based on things you view and like it's so well done that yeah, they might be like tracking your info or whatever, but everything that is like my humor after like a couple days of being on it is the only thing that pops up on the For You page for me. Is like anything that's my humor, it's fantastic. So like I don't need to worry about dumb videos. There's a few every now and then, but it's so funny.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, if people are worried about being tracked, dude, I feel like a lot of things are being tracked nowadays. Like everybody's
Oh,
information.
everything is. Everything is.
Everything, yeah.
Oh yeah, it all is.
Facebook
Yeah, totally.
is nuts.
Yeah, it is crazy.
How
I
many
don't know.
people still use Facebook?
I do,
Yeah,
but I mean,
Millions.
Facebook now is just buying everything, though.
Yeah,
Like,
just
they have
because we don't use
Instagram.
Facebook
They
doesn't
have.
mean.
I mean,
yeah,
Facebook
they've
now
got everything.
posting on there and be like, big news or breaking news, guys. I can't wait to tell everybody. That's my
Yeah.
best.
Dude,
Facebook is
Right.
huge with like adults, like people our parents' age.
Yeah,
like, it's
for sure.
huge with them.
Huge.
And other people like across the world use Facebook
yeah.
all the time. Like
I watched The Social Network the other day. Wild.
I did too, actually.
Wild
I haven't
show.
seen it.
Wild.
I haven't seen it either.
I didn't know. Like I never knew the story of how it was created.
Oh yeah, it's
a good
crazy.
movie.
I loved it. I
What even? I didn't even know about this. What is that?
It's a movie with what's his name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse
Yeah.
Eisenberg.
Yeah, he plays Mark Zuckerberg, and it's like him creating it and getting sued over it and all that stuff.
Oh, during that whole time, yeah.
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 It all started from he was mad at his ex, so he like in one night just created a site to like rate girls, like which one was like hotter than the other, and that's like gave him not the platform, but like the
idea, like
the idea and like the structure that he eventually used to make
Yeah.
Facebook.
that's crazy.
Damn. I mean, I don't know if you guys. I just heard about this. Someone was telling me about it, so I didn't look it up. I don't know how true it is, but I heard in China that they like there's like an app that since it's like a communist country, like everyone's like required to get this one certain app, and if you pass someone on the street, you can like literally everyone has a designated number, so you can look up that number of that person, and it tells you what their points are. So like. So you start off with 100 points, and if you're a convicted felon, like -10.
So yeah, it's a social credit score thing. Yeah.
It's like that
That's a
Black Mirror episode.
That's
It
crazy.
it already is. Like that's an episode from
Is
one
that
of
a
the
real
seasons.
thing, or is that just an episode?
I know the social credit.
I thought
thing,
I
I'm pretty
heard
sure
it was
is
a real thing.
Yeah, but I
because-
don't know about the app and like checking people's like, oh, he's got an 89. I don't know about that, but I know that they do have like a social credit system now where if you do stuff or they talked about it. I don't know if it's real. I'm full of shit, but I know it's like a thing.
That's
Well,
crazy.
And then there's one that's going to be in America apparently with Apple and Google getting involved with the whole coronavirus. So like if you like are not clear, if you're clear with corona, like your name's in this system and everyone's
They're trying to.
It's like
They're
a
actually-
tracking, yeah. So it can keep you like people updated on like if you've been in contact with people who have had it or whatnot.
Wow.
They've
That's
already
cool.
been like tracking cellular just like data to see if people are gathering in large groups still. They just kind of see like they can't like tell you information or whose phone it is, but like if there's a bunch of green dots of cell phones in one area to kind of track who's still distancing or not.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff is just crazy to me. But I kind of like wanted to ask a certain question for everybody. Like, so I asked Noah with his TikTok. Daniel, I got to ask you, what made you go to every home game for the women's basketball? I mean, I kind of already know the answer.
Yeah.
That's dedication. I give you props.
So I originally had a crush on my now fiance, and she plays women's basketball. And so I'm like, I gotta go to these basketball games. Like, I love basketball, and I like her, and she plays basketball, so it's like perfect. And so I went to all the games, and she friend zoned me like super, super hard. And then I got out of it, and now we're engaged. So
how'd you get out of it? You got it.
Yeah.
you just got to be.
Yeah,
a nice
that's the
guy.
real secret.
Yeah, how'd you get? You're like
I
one
don't
of
know if that's the answer.
Yeah, you just gotta.
It was the beard. He grew the
work it a
beard.
little bit. You
It's
gotta
the
work it a
beard,
little
yeah.
bit.
It's the beard
gotta
beard,
put
and
in
she was
work.
like, "Shit, like, damn."
We're friends now. Talk to me in a couple
yeah,
months.
Yeah,
We'll
When
see.
that beard's out, Daniel. Jeez, then you'll have a fiance.
Yeah, you gotta put in the work. You gotta take your time. It's a long
Well, you
game.
work for being like the most
It's a long
dedicated,
game.
right?
Exactly. I've missed a few games over like breaks and stuff, but I
Are you
mean,
serious?
last year I traveled to the women's basketball Big
Crazy.
Ten tournament, and that was a blast. So
Wow,
Good
but
for
yeah.
you.
that's
And
sick.
I feel bad. How many people like are genuinely in the stands for their games?
Oh, not a
I'm
lot.
not trying to be demeaning. I'm just genuinely asking.
Yeah,
like,
not a lot, but like it's a lot. It's a lot of people that are like practice players, stuff like that,
Mhm.
because like I said, originally I started going because of Jada, but now I go because I feel invested in the team. Like, I know a lot of the players. It's fun to watch the people I
Yeah.
know playing, and stuff like that.
I can't think of one advertisement that Penn State has done for its women's basketball team.
Oh, they do one at football every
Yeah, I feel
every
like they-
Saturday.
Yeah,
that
I've
it?
seen those.
They did a
And,
bunch
never
with the
mind.
new
Fuck
coach.
me.
in between the third and the fourth
I
quarter.
haven't seen any of that. I don't know when their games are. I don't even know when their season is. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's a great season.
I think it was just for that new woman's coach that came in. Kind
Yeah,
of.
Carolyn Keeger.
Yeah, Keeger.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
good coach. She's an
Yeah.
impressive resume.
She-
Hopefully, I
she's
guess
doing
when she
stuff.
starts
She's doing
getting like
stuff.
her players and
Mhm.
like her program down, hopefully it turns
Yeah,
around.
it's
Yeah.
cool for sure.
Yeah. And then Brandon, this was my question for you. So
Let's hear it.
Brandon, we kind of hit on it. He's a Cali man. He's from LA. What you got to spit the facts? Like, what's different from Cali and PA? Like, what was the big transition? What you notice?
Nothing.
Oh my God, man! Everything. I think the first thing, this will always be in my mind. My dad and I were staying at our hotel here when I was first going to take the tour to visit Penn State, and we got jalapenos on something, and they were just like, it was like sweet. I don't know. They weren't hot, and that's when we were like, what the fuck? And so we asked for like their hottest shit so we could put it on our food. And it's just like, it's just not. Like, I don't know. They don't believe in hot food around here. I don't get it. And so that was the first thing I noticed. And then I also noticed a lot, like, so when I ended up joining Greek life, I remember everybody at first was wearing, you had to have the button down shirt with like the Vineyard Vines shorts and boat shoes and shit like that. Everybody was just wearing mega preppy clothes when I first got here. And then when I went home, I went to my friend's fraternity in Santa Barbara, and all I was wearing was like a white polo shirt. And somebody was like, "Oh, what are you, frat?" Like, da, 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 da. And it's like I couldn't, no matter what, I was not fitting in. You get what I mean? And so it was that, I don't know. And then everybody, I mean, it's probably a Penn State thing. It feels like for here, everybody's daddy and their daddy's daddy went to Penn State or went to whatever the big school of their state is, et cetera. When a lot of people, I mean, this is just where I am. Like, it has nothing to do with East versus West, I think. Or like first-time college grads, or this, or their parents were immigrants, the last generation or something like that. And then just the food and kind of the people who are less, I want to say less laid back than they are out west. Everybody's kind of like in your face a little bit. So it's I don't know.
So, well, Noah and Brandon, both of you are in Greek life. I guess there's some pretty crazy stories if you have any that you want to share.
All we did was study because the average Greek student gets a higher GPA than the average non-Greek. So all we did was study and relax.
Damn.
Woo. You heard it here first. But Hunter, how's your newscast going? I know you started that up. How's that going?
It's good. My new one's actually coming out in like 20 minutes, but I think it's been more so the fact of just being able to get the experience, because I don't think any of us had long enough. Certainly, I'm grateful that I actually had the chance to anchor in CCR, and some other people didn't, like Brannon, which sucks. But I don't think any of us really, even if we were there the whole semester, had long enough to really do that if that's what we wanted to do. So I figured I would just, do it myself and just have fun with it because I like doing it, and that's the ultimate thing for me. So it's been fun.
That's awesome, dude. Guys, we're all of age. What is your favorite college bar and why?
The brewery, hands down.
No hesitation.
No contest.
Yeah, so for everyone who doesn't go to Penn State, the brewery is Daniel's favorite bar. It is a very laid-back spot. He brought me there once. He thinks
It's a dive bar.
Yeah, it's
in a good way.
Really trashy and run down, but it's really cheap and no one goes there, so it's really not loud, which is the appeal for me.
Yeah. What about you guys then? What's your favorite bar?
First of all, I'm going to go back to the previous question and mention, just so I'm fair to the East Coast here, the East Coast kills it with like wings, pizza, any kind of food like that. Unbeatable. Yeah. You can't do better than that. And you guys actually have weather out here, which is crazy. Like, I understand the winter is not cool, but spring and fall are insane. and like anybody from my area, it would blow their minds to like walk around Penn State in the fall. It's insane. It's so cool. It's so nice.
Wow.
So
snow. What about the snow?
What about the snow? I mean, we get snow in Northern California, but a lot of, like, my roommate freshman year hadn't seen snow until he came out here, so he loved it. But with snow comes that I didn't even know this existed. The freezing rain. That stuff is crazy. It's like everything just becomes ice. You're just sliding down. Like, dude, it blew my. That
was crazy.
Nuts.
That happened our freshman year.
Yeah, it did. I fell on my butt and slid straight down shortledge, and then pretended like I put my arms up to pretend like I did it on purpose, just to recover.
That was wild.
What was the original question, Adam? Favorite bar?
Yeah, favorite college bar and why?
So I have to say that it was originally P-Man, but P-Man.
Oh
no!
No.
It was taken down by a fire code violation that some say was reported by rival bar champs across town.
Ooh.
And so then P-Man, with this combination of everybody that goes there is an asshole, including the bartenders and the bouncers, they would have like 15 people. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it was nowhere near. It was a husk of its former self. And so now my favorite bar is confirmed to be Basement because of the shot wheel, the music, and the fact that you don't just have one type of person there.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't go to Penn State again, P-Man's, Permane Bros, that's kind of where it originated. But P-Man's is the Greek life bar. That's what it's known for. And so that's why Brandon chose that at first. But
no, I'm not even that deep. I chose it it happens to be that all my friends were there for the most part. And so it's not like, for people watching, it's not like you have to have a pass to get in. Like, anybody can go, but people that aren't in it are like, why would you go there? And so it's like I think they're self-isolating. All right.
Okay. See, I'm also in Greek life, but I think P-Man's is the most overrated bar at Penn State. It is now. Good. It is now, but I don't know. I think it's fun if you're like already very, very drunk and it's like the end of the night bar, because it's kind of like, it's pretty much like a frat party atmosphere. But like if you're just going to like have like hang out there for a couple hours, I think it's not fun at all. It's always too crowded. People there are assholes, including the bartenders. Like I don't know. It's not my cup of tea.
So what's your favorite then?
It's just as basic, but my favorite's probably Champs. It's just my go-to.
Yeah.
You can go there for anything. Like, it's when they have like the DJs at night, it's like it's packed like a party, or you can go there for like a football game. They have live music every weekend. I don't know. I think it's a pretty good all-around bar.
Okay, Hunter, what about you?
Yeah, I was gonna go with champs too because it's basic because it's gotten so yeah, you can shake your head all you want at me, Brandon, but you know what? It's gotten like mainstream or whatever you want to call it over like the past 2 years, but with the Jonas Brothers going there or whatever. But I just think like Noah said, it has like everything. Like you can go downstairs, chill down there, or you can go upstairs if you're looking for like the party vibe, and like it's just I don't know, it's the typical one. So
It has like every
Yeah.
element. Like if you want to
Right.
go
Yeah.
party on the floor, like P-Man's in the basement, you can. If you want to play pool, like you would at Sharky's or something, you can. If you want
it
to
has like
Sharky's
bits
is
of
sick.
seating and watch
everyone.
Sharky's is
sports,
sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just gets overcrowded because there's
Hear me out.
40,000 people at Penn State, so it's going to get crowded. But
Yeah.
I think
Hear
it's
me
good.
out.
Oh boy. What?
If P-Man's the Greek life bar, right? It's where all the assholes go. 1 in 5 people at Penn State is Greek life, so that means obviously about thousands of people are not in Greek life. All those assholes are the ones that go to Champs. Champs is just the P-Man for non-Greeks, and you guys know it's true. I know it's true. Everybody there is just as much of an asshole. They just don't happen to be in
That's
Greek
why you
life.
gotta go
And
to
there's
the
more of them.
brewery.
And there's more of them. The brewery is awesome. I agree
Go
with Daniel.
off script.
If you don't want to see anybody and you just want to chill at the bar with good people,
Literally, I
brewery,
hang out with
yeah,
Townies and
there you meet characters,
and
dude. I met a guy named
Charles the
Shitbird there.
bouncer. He's like 65. He's the man.
Yeah, dude, he is the man. I've been there a couple times. I smoked a cigarette with a guy named Shitbird and his friend Slim
Oh yeah.
outside.
Are they
call
the
him
bikers?
I don't know. I think
There's
they
like
look like addicts. That's all I can.
there's like 3 groups of people at the brewery. There's like the bikers who are all in leather all the time,
Mhm.
and they definitely did not ride their motorcycles there. There's the townies
They
that
were
like
there.
just show up, and you're like, I see you whenever I'm here. I don't know why, but you're always here. And there's like the people that work there that you didn't know work there until like your 3rd time there because they're just not working. Like you're like, what do you do here? Like, why are you here? How are you making
So
money?
funny.
So
You know what bar I missed that we didn't get the chance to go back to because of the nice weather, or because we're home in the nice weather. Old Skeller. I think Doggies, like with the beer
Doggy.
garden in the back. Like I think it's really nice.
I
And
never
just,
went.
agree.
I
Yeah,
went a
don't-
little bit while it was nice out, and I was looking forward to this semester to going back more. But
Or cafe. Dude, having a picture with your friends
Right.
between classes. What'd you say? You cut out for me.
would you have participated in 55 days at cafe?
No, it's stupid. Our assistant chef did last semester, and I was like, okay, so let's say you spend it, I did the math in front of him, which is like, if you just want to do that, that's awesome. You get your name on the plaque, that's all awesome. But he did it for the party and like trying to get like the social aspect because he's like our age, but doesn't go here and was just trying to, he wanted to go to the party. He said it was terrible and that they just like, everybody was just like awkwardly standing there and they like loaded them on a bus, had them at like a pool for a couple hours or something. I gave him a shirt, and then it was just super bad. And like, it wasn't like we spent any of the money that I was actually spent doing the 50 days on the party. It was just like, yeah, here you go, and that was that. So no, I would not have done that.
it
Yeah,
seems
no,
overrated.
I
Okay.
did. I didn't participate in it, but I was covering my roommate who did it last year, and I found out a lot that you can literally buy like 79-cent pieces of celery to get credit for this event.
Oh,
Mainly does it obviously just to drink, and so my friend, I went with him to cover this, and he told me he was like, yeah, he's like, get this big pitcher. It's like this blueberry tea thing. Get in a pitcher. I was like, all right, I did it right, and he didn't, or I got it. And him and his friends decided to leave because that's what you do at cafe. Like you just go there, get a receipt, and you're out. Well, so I got it, and he's like, all right, we're leaving. I was like, well, I just got this pitcher now. And he's like, oh, well, I guess you're gonna have to chug it. And I was like, all right. So I had no food in my stomach, and that was
those will kill you.
a wild time.
Oh, one of those pitchers, man. Those will get you going.
You're dangerous.
Especially
They're
if you haven't
dangerous.
eaten. They are dangerous. That's right. And I'm not going to get to have one for a long time.
So we're all obviously part of CCR. How did you find Zoom going? Did you guys enjoy Zoom classes, or did you hate it?
I wasn't a fan because I couldn't do anything. Like I'm telecom, so all you guys have the chance to go out and do packages and stuff, and like I need like a control room to do my stuff, and we don't have that. So
Yeah.
It was what it was. Like it was the best we could have done, but like I don't know, it wasn't great. I wouldn't do it again if I had the choice. Like if I knew if I were in school next semester and CCR was going to be online, I would not take the class.
No shot. No way. I was Hunter, were you gonna talk?
No.
Okay. Everybody got to do packages and everything because they were somewhere that they were familiar with, because most people were back home. So okay, this business has shut down. People are meeting at this park to hold a protest, whatever the fuck people are doing. I was in Pittsburgh, in an area that I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any businesses. I didn't know anything going on at all about the neighborhood. And so I was really in an awkward place where I couldn't make any stories at all. And then for my other class, that was, international reporting, that was Zoom classes only, both that and CCR. And like somebody said, it's the best that we could have done. And our professors definitely tried their best. And I really appreciate everything. But it was like just a half hour of talking about how we are. Like, oh, how are you guys doing?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
good.
the actual Zoom classes
annoying.
didn't do anything.
Yeah. The class was just a half an hour check-in session twice a week to see how everybody was doing. We're good. We're in the same spot that we were last week, but we still had access to our free Adobe Suite software. So I just joke that I paid $20,000 a semester to get free Adobe Creative Suite, and that's about it.
Yeah, we couldn't use any equipment, couldn't do anything for half the semester, which really sucks.
And no tuition refund either.
Yeah, no tuition refund
Thanks,
for Zoom
Penn
online
State.
classes. Thanks, Penn State.
Dude who just is taking the Penn State to court for that or suing them or something like that.
Yeah,
I heard something about
hear
that.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
He's gonna lose. Yeah.
He's trying to get.
Do you know the team of lawyers that Penn State has?
Yeah.
Oh
Right.
my gosh,
Especially on deck already. I mean,
they've gone through worse than this lawsuit. They'll be
yeah,
all right.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're
Global
they're
pandemic,
losing
we
no
keep
sleep
tuition.
over this. They're losing.
not at all.
No.
Well, dude,
Not at all, man.
I'm not saying I mean it goes either way, but if in the event that somehow there is a reimbursement involved, do you realize how big that news is gonna be and how every college is gonna be like, oh shit, everyone's gonna go out.
We want one. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that sets the precedent then. Everyone
Right.
needs to do it.
Mhm.
They're not going to do that because
No.
ultimately you were still taking the same classes. But I agree that classes definitely are not the same when they're online. You just can't
Especially, yeah.
compare that. It's totally different and not as quality as you would be in person.
I also
Their
think it's
argument, though, you can go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I also think it's really different depending on what you study and what classes you're taking at the time. Like my friends that are engineers, etc., they have all their lectures. But they didn't even need to go to class before. They would just have lectures online, and then they do the assignments, etc. For us, where we actually have to go check out the gear. We have to be at the studio. I don't have a TV studio at my house, or you have to be on these computers that have this, and this, and can do it quickly. You need the SD cards. You need the $3,000 camera setup. But now we don't have access to that. I think there's a lot of people that are in our boat, but there's a lot more people that the transition to online classes isn't that disruptive to what they're doing.
I agree.
Yeah, this was just, I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but that's how it's gonna be. Do you guys have any more finals, or are you kind of just done?
I'm done.
I'm done.
I am done.
Round of applause in this.
Yes.
Graduating.
Good job, everyone.
So there's definitely, I would love to talk. There's so much I want to talk about, but I kind of want to keep this around an hour. So top memory at Penn State literally can be anything that you think of the top of your head.
Oh, I gotta think.
Good, bad, weird, hilarious, anything you guys want to share.
I got
I gotta
engaged at Penn State, so that's probably definitely.
That's a good one.
It's a huge memory.
That's a life event. So
It's
That is a
awesome.
life event.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyone else have any or?
I'm trying to think. I gotta think. It's been a wild 4 years for everybody.
I'll start off with mine while everyone's giving a break. It was when I was working for HBO. The one day they came to film the 24/7 thing for Penn State. That was really cool because HBO was considered special at Penn State compared to when ESPN comes there or just other event or other companies. And for HBO, you got so much more access to everything. We were Hunter, you were already in the locker room because you were a player, but we were allowed in the locker room.
Yeah, I saw you in the locker room.
Yeah, I was talking to Kyle. I think I said hello to you. But what was really cool is we got a golf cart, and we were told from the stadium to drive around downtown to go pick up like hand warmers and everything. So all these cops were blocking everything off, and they're like, "Do you have a credential?" And I was like, "As a matter of fact, I do." And like it was amazing. Like everyone was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like you're HBO. I'm so sorry." Like you're driving around. So me and my friend were driving around on a golf cart throughout the whole campus, like on the main roads, and like no one could say anything about it. It was great.
That's so fun.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you know what? One huge memory that's coming up is when so I didn't get freshman year football tickets, so I was at my dorm when we played Ohio State,
I was gonna
and
bring
I was
that
like,
game
and
up.
dude, I wasn't even watching. I thought we were gonna get creamed. And I wasn't like the biggest Penn State fan yet. I didn't know anything, and then but I was watching when the return happened and all that, and we all just went out in the street and rioted, and that's what I remember. That was the craziest shit I'd ever seen in my life. Everybody just filled Beaver Canyon and was just like out there in the streets. Kids were climbing lampposts, and some people were being assholes like that kid, but everybody else was just out there celebrating, and that was nuts.
And that was easily one of like the best memories because I was at the game with my roommate, and it was freezing rain. It was sleeting. And It was
Yeah.
disgusting. We were down like 14 points, and
Everybody
half
left, yeah.
the student section left. And my roommate looked at me and he goes, "We should leave." And I didn't think we were gonna win, but I looked at him and I was like, "Let's just wait like another quarter, see what happens." And like things started to turn around. Rushed the field, went to Beaver Street, and like you know what I mean. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
my
was
friend
absolutely
from
nuts.
Liberty was up for that game, and he had never been to a football game before. And he saw that, and he's like, "I'm never going to another football game again," because like
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's the best
said,
thing you'll ever
and like
see.
you can't beat it. Like it's the craziest thing I've seen at Penn State.
Yeah, that's
That was
always
nuts.
the story that I tell probably is that game. Just from my perspective, because everyone has their own.
Yeah,
They saw it like you all just described. Mine was just like, obviously being on the sideline, and I always tell it like this, but like when Grant Haley returned that blocked field goal, it was literally the loudest I think I've ever heard that stadium. And like the person right next to me, I was screaming to them to talk to them, and they couldn't even hear me. It was truly the loudest I've ever heard that stadium.
so cool.
And it was obviously my first whiteout as a player. So the whole night was just wild. And then everything after that, the storming of the field, like literally running on the field, and having fans like running past you and then singing the alma mater. Like, I put my arms like around fans, and it was just insane. Like it had to be the coolest thing that's happened.
Yo, is it bad that I don't fully know the alma mater? Like,
I don't know it at all.
No, because I look
I
at
couldn't
when
tell you
I
the
sing
first
it, I
word.
look at they have the words up.
yeah,
I look at it.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about the
Jada
alma mater.
can't sing it word for word outside of the context of the basketball court.
Yep.
Like if you asked her to
neither.
sing it, she couldn't do it for you. But like on the court, she knows the words. It's the weirdest thing.
That's
I
what.
feel like I remember the beginning
Pledge of
and the end.
Allegiance, like
The two middle verses get a kind of
Yeah, they get a little muddy.
yeah.
I couldn't even tell you how it starts. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, Brannon said it right. Like if you ask me to say the Pledge of Allegiance right here, I don't know. But
Yeah,
like if you stick
yeah.
me in kindergarten classroom, I could
Right,
do
yeah.
it hands
That's
down.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times when they were playing that, and I was like, oh, I'll eventually like remember that. I'll learn it eventually.
Right,
Never-
right.
No, it's crazy to me. Some people know the words to the fight song.
Yeah,
like this-
that's crazy.
I didn't even know
That's
there
too
were
much.
words.
You're in too
Yeah.
deep. You're in too deep, man. It's like the kind of people that are like,
Too
you
deep.
have to go to the corner room and you have to get grilled stickies. Like, dude, I'm not going to. Okay, leave me alone.
Never
like, I pay my
grilled
money.
stickies either.
I go here just as much as you and your grandpappy did. Like,
So I kind of asked her, or you guys kind of already said like what's next for all you guys as quarantine's going on. But what do you think the class of 2020 will go down for? Anybody?
This shit.
Well, obviously this.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. That's a great point.
We're always gonna be that class that got screwed over. Like that's
Exactly.
what it's gonna be. Everybody's gonna be like, no, but then nothing's gonna be done. So it doesn't really matter. Like,
Right.
doesn't that suck?
people a lot are like looking on like the negative side of it, which is obviously there are a lot of negatives to it, but I think it's interesting though because it like sets us apart from almost every other graduating class
Mm-hmm.
in a way that kind of brings together like the class of 2020 in a cool way that I don't know if you're looking on the positive side of things is kind of interesting, but everything else sucks about it. So that's just the positive, being a little optimistic.
Yeah.
We did have a lot of like very crazy like things with that, like through the class of 2020.
Yeah.
Like, even started it with like the election with Trump and
Yeah, I
the
was gonna say that,
Ohio State whiteout, the whole clown riot stuff.
Clowns.
Big Ten
Oh my God, the
championship. I
riots.
mean,
Big Ten championship,
Right.
Bills Super Bowl.
Wild.
Like, we kind of had like the class of 2020
Even up to
from start
basketball
to
this
finish.
year. Yeah. Basketball.
Even basketball
sick.
school.
Unfortunately, they just weren't able to finish it though. That's the
man.
sucky
I'm
shit,
so
man.
yeah.
Their best season in like forever, and they just
I know,
couldn't.
I
gets
feel
cut
so
short.
They
bad
were
for,
going. Like, are you kidding me? Come on.
I was supposed to go to wherever they went. I was pissed.
Yeah,
That
it's
is so bad, dude.
Hockey was pretty cool too. Like fresh. I know they're
Yeah,
still good. I'm pretty sure. But like freshman
Adam,
They
year,
won.
You're going to
Big
go
Ten
skydiving.
sophomore.
yeah.
You're going to go skydiving, Adam.
We had a plan to go skydiving for a CCR news package. We
That's
were going to
right.
do
I
What?
forgot you guys were
Yeah,
gonna. I
me
was
and
just
Adam
gonna
were
go
going to go
skydiving with you.
skydiving.
That would have
That's
been a
crazy.
sweet
Screwed out of
package.
it.
We're still doing that. That wasn't canceled. We're
I I don't know about that now. Now that's not for anything. I don't know.
Oh, boo.
You guys were really just gonna do it for a package, but you're not gonna do it just to do it.
I made it a point that was going to be my only package, and I was going to do my stand up in free fall. But now
That's crazy.
like, what's the point?
I'm Daniel.
when this blows up and has millions of followers, we can do it then because everyone will see it.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
right.
we'll do it. We'll make it a special.
Smart.
No, but I made it. I just posted an Instagram post saying like how unique this class is. Like I put that at the end. But like if you think about it, like I mean, yeah, there's a ton of negatives, but if you look at the positive, dude, like quarantine's been great. Like I kind of focus on myself, literally have no other issues. Like just kind of learning how to do my own thing and learning as it goes along. Like I'm adulting myself. It's great.
Yeah, me too. I'm learning how to type correctly. I've been telling everybody that for the last week. I type quickly, but with these fingers.
You hunt and
And
peck.
so I always make mistakes. So I'm learning how to actually do the actual
Yeah,
typing.
I don't think I'll ever know how to actually type.
It's kind of fun.
I just
You can
type with like
learn.
my two fingers, like you said.
Yeah.
It's just like
I think I do that too.
whatever. I don't care. Like I've gotten good at typing fast like that. Like
Yeah, me too. But every third word is wrong. So then you gotta and then jam the
That's true,
backspace
yeah.
and then try again.
I have big fingers too, though. They're always hitting like wrong keys and stuff.
So there was really no closure with the class. Like we all got back from spring break, which was kind of like our last thing of freedom, during quarantine. But like, how do you think you guys are gonna be staying close with all your friends? Are you just gonna be messaging them, or are you gonna plan hangouts? What are you gonna do?
It's hard to say now because of all this stuff going on, but I don't know because I'm moving to another state to play football. So who knows what's gonna happen?
Did you pick a place yet?
I did. I committed this week, but I didn't put it out yet.
Where?
So-
Tell us. We won't.
Can we get the
Uh,
inside access?
Yeah,
It's
come on
not
before
released yet?
it's out.
So, well, if this podcast is
You need
going
the
out,
hats. Put
I'm
the
putting
hat
it
on.
out Monday. I'm putting it out Monday.
This'll
I have a
be-
whole
this'll be
video
out
made.
after Monday. This will be out after Monday.
Okay. Well, Daniel knows a lot about the place, so I'm going to Charlotte.
Oh,
Oh
Hey,
boy!
Go to
Gonna
UNC
be a
to play?
49er.
Yeah, UNC Charlotte.
That's huge.
Nice.
And then, yeah, I committed on Monday, I think, and or Tuesday. No, it was Monday. But yeah, I'm excited to go. I had a video made, which I have in my possession now, but I'm waiting until like after graduation to put it out. So it's gonna be exciting, man. Get to
That's
play. and-
crazy.
That's
That's
massive.
awesome.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
super fun though.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Is it like a guaranteed starting spot, or you got to like earn your way on, or what's going on?
Well,
with that?
they need me, but it's not like I'm gonna walk in and they're just gonna be like, "You're the starter. Don't worry about anything." Like I'm gonna come in and work for it. Like I have to earn the job.
Mhm.
But I'm most likely gonna play, which is gonna be great. So
Dude, good for you. And that I remember we talked about in like just a you and I podcast. Like we'll keep doing like a little series on that, like kind of running through your life with all that. So that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
But so I do want to say congratulations to that. That's
Thanks,
amazing.
man. Thanks, guys.
But yeah, so I was thinking the way we all stay close. Did you ever see that movie Tag in 2018? Anyone see that?
I've not.
I
I've
didn't see
heard of it. I watched the
I've
trailer
heard
for it, but I've
about
not
it.
seen it.
It's literally
Is it
based on
good?
it's based on a true story. These best friends from little kids all the way till now have been playing a never-ending game of tag. So no matter where they are in the world, people like friends have literally traveled. Like someone was getting married and they would go tag them. They would hide at their jobs to go tag them. And they only played 1 month out of the whole season, which was in May. So the whole month of May is all game. Like it's a never-ending game of tag, and that's how they all stood close throughout all these years. They made it a point
That's
for 1
so
month.
funny. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
I think it's an amazing idea.
It's a great
That
idea.
is great.
I feel like
That's
this is
so
the worst
funny.
time for tag, but maybe whenever we get
I mean, you just cough on them.
Obviously, come on, man.
feel like an air tag.
So I'm gonna switch my hat off really quick because virtual graduation is.
Yes.
I have 2 other ones as I noted earlier because Penn State gave me free
Beautiful.
somehow. But so how do you guys feel about virtual graduation? Are you guys gonna watch or what's going on with that?
Stupid as hell. I'm not watching that. I asked my friends, nobody's going on in that. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I am just for kind of my family's satisfaction. So
Yeah, my parents are up in State College, and they have an Airbnb, and we're all watching it, and it's gonna
Yeah,
be a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
Not only are my parents making me watch it, I have to sit in my driveway in my cap and gown and have my friends and family honk at me to congratulate me.
Thank goodness I came back
That's
because my mom
awful.
was
That's
planning that
terrible.
if I didn't come back.
She like
That's
asked multiple
horrible.
times if I wanted to, and I was like, not really. And she just kind of
No.
set it up, and I was like, all right, well,
And dude, it's for the parents. It's for them.
it
It's
is.
'cause
You
they're
have to
little,
just
yeah.
like be like, oh, thanks, and
Yeah,
just be
uh-huh.
like,
I'm probably
Little
gonna
angel.
you'll.
get
I think.
hammered. But
Yeah. I feel like
Thanks.
I feel like years from now when we had nothing else besides this, it might be kind of cool to look back at stuff we did, even though we might not have wanted to because it was like, who cares?
But
so
Penn
I
State
feel like it'll
committed
be okay.
Penn State committed to having in-person ceremonies when they could, though. So that's why I'm like, I don't give a shit about this one.
True.
Yeah, they
What-
signed up.
What'd you say?
Right?
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. They signed like a little promise petition or whatever saying they're
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
they said they
Yeah,
would. It's just like logistically, like when are they? And even when they do, like some of us might be having like
Mhm.
jobs and like do we get weekends off?
Yeah.
It'll be hard to.
I
make
won't.
it happen.
So,
We don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But you guys have the floor. Like, what is your one last message to the class of 2020 or anyone listening? What is your message you have for Penn State graduating?
I'll start,
Jeez.
I guess.
Yeah, you
Um,
start.
My message that I learned because of all this is like, I mean, it's super cliche, but like really, really enjoy your time while you're in college. Because like you don't know when it could just end, and there's so much that I was pushed back for. Like, oh, before we graduate, we'll do this and we'll do that and we'll see this, and you never know, it might not happen. So, soak it up while you're there.
Yeah, live for the moment type of thing. Anyone else?
yeah, this is basically the same thing, but a little bit different. Just appreciate everything. Like, not just living in the moment, but like look around and be like, okay, this is awesome that I get to go here and do this, and just know, like Noah said, you never know when it's gonna randomly come to an end. So you just gotta, like, you take advantage of the fact that you get to walk past Old Main every day and go see your friends and do all that, and then one day you just don't. So
I just think it's an absolute blessing that like we were talking about all the stuff that's happened in our 4 years at college. Like, I mean, some classes like that doesn't happen in a lot of years. Like we got easily 4 years packed into the time we had with all the stuff that happened. So I mean, like we had upsets, we had bowl games, we had riots, we had all that stuff happen. So
Yeah, I guess mine would be kind of along those same lines because that's just kind of the messaging. But It's so cliche because people say it a million times, but it really is true. Like how fast it goes, and like how people don't realize it. When you're in it, which is understandable because you're in it. Like you're not actively always thinking about it, but it just really does go so fast. And the fact that we're already here is just really, it's really crazy and hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of say take everything day by day and like literally, live for the moment. Like that's all you can do during those times, and just enjoy like you. I mean, everyone's kind of said the same thing, but just enjoy like the fact that you're in college. You have your little freedom. You can go to some nice lunch spots, which is everyone shout out their favorite lunch spot at Penn State. Dude, don't you remember?
Bagel crust. I mean,
No.
Carver's. I know we love Carver. I know we love Carver's.
Carver's
But-
Deli.
Carver's Deli, yeah, true.
Carver's Deli with you guys, yes, but all time bagel crust. Come on. Bagel crust
That's
is
true,
the best
yeah.
place in Penn State. You got to admit it.
It's pretty good.
That's
But
fair.
Carver's, loved Carver's too.
Sounds like a West Coast person who doesn't have good bagels.
Yeah,
You're
you're
Of
right
course, he
about
fell
that.
out in love with the bagel place.
You are right about that.
Yeah, but like literally live for the moment. Like take every opportunity you can do, or you can have, because you never know what one opportunity is going to lead to, and so show respect and have a smile. But we're going to kind of end this. But where can people follow you guys? Where do you guys want people to follow you? I'll put in the link in the description as well.
At _Hunter Kelly _ on Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all the same. Just at I don't _ Noah too, or just look up Noah, or just look up Noah Chast. You can find me.
I hate to do this, Adam, but nobody follow me. Don't do that.
Hey, it's all good. Daniel, what about you? No one, same thing?
Wait, where'd Daniel go?
Is Daniel out?
I think Daniel
We
disappeared.
lost Daniel.
Daniel is
He Irish goodbye. He's
his name's there. But is there anything you guys want to add to this conversation? Anything you can think of, top of your head?
Nothing I can think of. I think we hit on everything.
All right, sweet. Hunter, make sure you stop the recording after I do like this little outro. But honestly, guys, if you guys want to be on any of the other episodes, like if you guys want to like do a co-host or anything, I was kind of thinking about like getting someone come in, have fun with. You guys are more than welcome. So, but I really appreciate it, and we'll obviously always stay close because this is our little group, so it's cool. But we just went out on a limb and grab a branch, go to the tree, be different, or just be yourself. Peace.